A couple weeks ago, Nintendo released this wonderful piece of plastic. It's a replica of the good old Virtual Boy, a console you probably have never heard of before because it sucks so much balls. It's so bad. But hey, it does feature a couple fun games, and one of them is none other than Wario Land. Today, I will put my eyes inside of this big bulky thing and see if we can beat the game without touching a single coin. The rules are simple. We are going to be playing and suffering through Wario Land from beginning to end, and all of this without touching a single coin. Is it possible? I have no idea. Will I have a headache after playing this game? Most definitely. Anyways, make sure to subscribe and let's just jump into it. Well, yes, get ready for your eyes to bleed as well, because this game actually looks like this. Lovely red and black graphics. The game starts with Wario having a little sleepy sleep time until some random enemies attack him and steal his treasures, which is actually not really nice. Anyways, after we fall down a pipe, we'll begin the first stage. This first level will teach us a lot about the way this game works. First off, some coins are located in those question blocks, but as opposed to a Mario game, you don't automatically collect them and have instead to go grab the coin physically. That's actually good for us, because we can just refrain from hitting those blocks. What isn't good is that those coins never disappear. Bashing an enemy destroys it, but they typically give out a coin upon being defeated. We can run to the left and avoid the coins. Luckily, those coins do seem to despawn, which is actually great. So, for the level, I decided to refrain from attacking the enemies and touching the blocks. I did collect this key that is actually needed to finish the level. There was a part full of yucky coins, but we can just jump on some blocks to the left and land on top of this platform here to dodge them all. Whew! After a bit, I got to this elevator and completed the first level. Yay! Level 2 introduces new enemy types, but just like I said, defeating them typically means creating one yucky coin that we might collect by accident, so I decided to try to avoid the enemies as much as possible. This level also introduced red pipes that we can go down in. They will lead to secret rooms, and this one eventually brought me to a place full of blocks containing all sorts of yucky things. That final block did give me the key to beat the level though, so in the end, it was well worth it. The rest of the level wasn't too bad, and soon I made my way to the elevator and to the end. Level 3 is the first underwater level we'll get to explore, and let me tell you, it's quite confusing. There are pipes all over the place with secret areas full of diamonds, coins, and other things we don't want to touch. I had to actually open up a map of the game to be able to tell which block contain a key and which blocks to avoid touching completely. Those big shark enemies are also quite annoying to deal with, but eventually I got the key and swam my way to the exit. Level 4 is actually a boss level. Yup, this game features bosses. Neat! This one actually starts by attacking us in the background with big spiky balls. And wow, the 3D effect is actually quite sick. This is scary, man. Anyways, after a couple attacks, he's gonna come to the front stage, and this is when we can jump on his head. Do it 3 times and he's done for. Yay, we did it! Easy stage. Wait a minute, what's going on? It's raining coins! No one told me this was gonna happen. Ugh, man, this is just unfair. I had to start over, beat the boss again, and then I decided to run all the way to the right to avoid this yucky rain of coins. And well, I did it. Well, at least now I know what I have to do after defeating a boss in this game. Ugh. Level 5 takes place in a forest, and well, we just have to step a few feet in this new level to see a problem. There's a tree stump with 2 coins on top. And well, there's no way to jump above those 2 coins without the help of our friendly birdie bird. I'm not gonna lie, this took me a few tries, but eventually I did jump high enough to get to the left side without touching those coins, and that made me quite happy. The rest of the level is a bit tricky because it forces you to climb up and you never know if you're gonna find coins on your way to the top, but hey, it's okay. This part here is full of yucky coins, but it is also where the key is, so I had to be extra careful. I managed to get myself a power-up that allowed me to fly, and that led me to the end of the stage. Level 6 is a pretty annoying level. It's full of water currents, waterfalls, and features tons of coins all over the place. Not very long after you start the level, you'll come face to face with this problem here. There's a big wall, and there's 3 coins in the water. Despite my many attempts at flying over the wall, it seems like it actually extends out of the screen, so there's just no way to climb it or go above it.
Wizard.
Ready.
Healer.
2 more minutes.
Warrior.
Hey boy!
Level up your connection with AT&T.
So there's just no way to climb it or go above it. Well, I guess this is going to be the turning point where this quest becomes a bit sad. We do have to collect this coin here in order to go onto the other side of the wall. That sucks. The rest of the level truly isn't any easy, let me tell you. So many blocks contain coins, and you also have to go inside of this pipe here in order to get the key. But in order to do so, I had to get hit to turn into Small Wario to then do a very precise swim up the waterfall to fit just in between those coins and those blocks. It took me a couple tries, but eventually I made it and got the key. The final challenge lies in that room with all of the water current. If you just let them push you around, you'll end up collecting a bunch of coins, which is not what we want. You have to fight the currents to enter this pipe, and then you'll be all good. Level 7 takes place in the desert, and it features new cool enemies like these little tornado guys. They are so cute! Anyways, this level is also filled to the brim with coins, and avoiding them all is very difficult. In fact, I am pretty sure that this is impossible. I did manage to spend most of the stage dodging them left and right, but eventually I arrived in this room. It's full of coins, and you can't actually go above them because of all those little bitey bite guys that kill you. I did try to do my best in doing some scary jumps, but I still had to collect at least 13 yucky coins. It's kind of cheap how there's just no way to dodge them. It's like they built this room to troll coinless runners like me. Oh well, that brings our total to 14 for now. Level 8 is the second boss fight of the game, and this one is actually way easier. You gotta wait for this big sandworm to jump from the background to your position, and then you run to the other side. He's gonna come out of the sand, be confused to not see you there, and this is when you can jump on his head. We just gotta do this 3 times, and he's a goner. Alright, you know what's gonna happen now? A rainstorm of coins! Quick, let's run to the right side and hide while we can! Man, this one was pretty scary, but I managed to clear it without touching a single coin. Level 9 was actually a very simple stage, and I really like the mechanic it introduces. Basically, we have to grab watermelons to put them on a spring that launches them in the background, sometimes hitting switches, and sometimes giving out a lovely key. There were no dangerous coins here, and it was actually quite refreshing to play such an easy level after everything I've been through earlier. Level 10 was kind of a confusing level. It's like a big mansion full of rooms all over the place. Some of these rooms are alright, and others are full of yucky coins. There's also a bunch of smiley face rooms where you gotta fight this big smiley face dude by throwing smaller smiley faces at his big smiley face. It's just weird as heck, not gonna lie. And in 3D it's even worse. Anyways, I did manage to find my way to the room with the 3 big clocks and got myself the key. After that, I made my way to the elevator and got the heck out of here. This place is too spoopy for me. Level 11 was actually not too bad. It features a bunch of platforms on top of lava, and we have to avoid falling down. Eventually, it will also feature some big fans that can push you all over the place. Some of these fans are very close to coins, which was kind of scary, but I managed to get in between all of them. That is, until the very end. You see, in order to get the key needed to finish the stage, you gotta go up in this big vertical room, and the only way to do that is to get pushed up by those big fans. And well, the game added some coins to guide us. Wow, how thoughtful of you. I tried to avoid the fans, but they're the only way to go up, forcing me to collect 2 coins over there and 2 more over here. This is 4 more coins for us, which sucks. Hopefully, these were the last coins we needed to touch. Level 12 is our next minibus stage. And well, I'm gonna be honest, this was the easiest one so far. You have to jump on this robotic dude to eject the living creature inside of it. You then jump on that little guy. Yeah, that's it. You do it 3 times and everything will be good. Even better, this bus stage features those blocks that allow you to jump in the background. So I just hid there during the rainstorm of yucky evil coins. Ha! Easy peasy. Level 13 was actually pretty freaking frustrating. Once again, it's a maze level with so many doors, pipes, and places to visit. I got lost for God knows how long trying to get the key and find the exit. The worst part? I had to collect a freaking coin on my way to the end. You see, we absolutely have to break this block over here to reveal a door, and then we need to go through it. The problem is that this block that we destroy gives out a yucky coin that never disappears. And not only one yucky coin, one very expensive yucky coin. Collecting this single one gives out 20 normal coins, which is atrocious. I did try to visit this room without having a big power-up to see if Wario could fit and enter the door frame without touching the coin, but despite my many attempts, it's just not happening. Wario is a bit too chubby to dodge it. Dang it! Thankfully after that, I didn't have to collect another coin, but I'm not gonna lie, that one hurts the most. Level 14 is the final level with the final boss. And well, this dude is annoying as heck. You have to attack his big nose 5 times to defeat it. And since he moves all over the place, it is really difficult to land those hits. It took some time, but eventually I did it. And the best part? Well, there's no coin rain at the end. So this is it. Well, Wario took all of the yucky coins we got and put them inside this big money bag. Hey, we got a D rank because we don't have a lot of coins. Let's freaking go! I've never been so happy to get a bad ranking in a video game. Is it possible to beat Wario Land on Virtual Boy without touching a single coin? Sadly, no it isn't. We had to collect 1 coin in level 6, 13 coins in level 7, 4 coins in level 11, and level 13 forced us to collect 1 coin that's actually worth 20. Bringing the total to 38. Well, that's not too bad for a game that is so fixated on getting rich, but it's still too much for me to be happy. And it's also too much to warrant the headache that I now have by staring at the frickin' Virtual Boy for hours. Seriously, I'm not seeing right. This thing is dangerous. Please, give a like, help me fix my eyes, okay? Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe